Hi, I'm Dr. Lewis-Nadeau, and I'm going to talk to you today about using food therapy for your pets. Have you ever wondered why your dog's foot pads are gray and rough when they should be black and shiny like they are when they're puppies? A homemade diet can really make an improvement in that and bring them back to where they should be. Traditionally, we use kibble to feed our animals because it is a convenient, well-balanced food for them. But they actually can do really, really well on a homemade diet. We can use homemade diets to maintain health, optimize health, and even treat certain diseases.
When we met Susie, we had just learned that Bodhi had liver disease. We started to work with Susie on a diet specific to Bodhi. We noticed immediate results. His skin was shiny, the paws of his feet were actually nice and smooth, which I actually just figured that dogs just had rough feet.
If you are considering starting a homemade diet regime for your dog, it is important that you get some guidelines from somebody who has some knowledge in the area. I have been certified in Chinese medicine food therapy, so through a phone consult or a home visit or an in-office visit, we can come up with a diet regime for your dog that is simple to do at home and well-balanced and will provide excellent nutrition for them. For a food therapy consultation, we would start by having a discussion about your dog and their specific characteristics. For instance, if you have a dog who's cold all the time, I would pick specific ingredients that would help warm them up. If your dog is hot all the time, there are specific ingredients that can help to cool them down. If they have different clinical conditions, that can change which ingredients I choose as well. So it's very specific and customized.
Once you see the changes in your dog and just like for us, the liver's enzyme markers, it was really transformational, and I'd highly recommend it.
Making a homemade diet for your dog can be a bit of a daunting task to some, but there are lots of different tips and tricks that I can provide for you to help make it easier. For instance, when I cook for my dog, I use an Instant Pot.
We actually started out with making it every 2 weeks because Bodhi is a black lab. He needs a lot of food. So what we were finding though is we were constantly making food. So what we did was we actually went to 1 month of making his food where we get in, 7 kilograms of beef and lots of rice, and we kind of just make it a big productive kitchen and cook it all up. And that has really simplified the process. I think we'd actually even do bigger batches if we had more freezer space.
It is not only dogs that benefit from a homemade diet. It is possible also to do it for cats, although they can be a little bit more tricky, and we can also use food therapy to help treat horses too. Food therapy is not only good for just maintaining and optimizing their health, it can also be really beneficial in treating certain conditions. For instance, cancer, gastrointestinal disease, and food allergies.
I am a big believer in acupuncture and Chinese medicine, and that's what I wanted for my dog too. He had grown a really big, sneaky lump on his leg, which turned out to be soft tissue sarcoma, which is a pretty aggressive cancer. And I wanted to see if acupuncture could do anything for it. And so she treated him. We put him on a completely different diet. When I met Dr. Nadeau, she did acupuncture on him. He loved it. He was so relaxed. And we looked at his diet, so she helped me put together a proper meal plan for him to help his healing. We tried a few other things and it disappeared.
If you're interested in coming up with a homemade diet recipe for your dog, please feel free to give me a call and book an appointment, and we can set something up.